So, we have been studying the earliest prophets. Um, Samuel and Nathan and Gad were non writing prophets in the time of the United Kingdom of Israel. And then Elijah and Elisha are non writing prophets that spoke out against the injustice, the idolatry, the corruption of the northern kingdom of Israel. And then Amos and Hosea are the first of the writing prophets. And they also condemn the rulers and the people and warn them that they will be exiled. They will be scattered by an empire. Those that escape death, and a horrible death it would be, will be scattered all over the empire of another kingdom. And that comes to pass. So today we're going to look at first Isaiah and Micah, and they were prophets of the southern kingdom. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through what we've already seen in a previous lecture. And here we are. Now, the kingdom of Israel has already been conquered and dispersed by Assyria in 721 BCE. This has already happened. And so the southern kingdom of Judah is next. And that is what first Isaiah and Micah are warning the people and the kings, who are, for the most part, quite corrupt. There are very few good kings. First Isaiah is the name that we give to the writer of chapters 1 through 39 of the book of Isaiah. He's also called Isaiah of Jerusalem. He pleaded with Judah's kings and people before the exile. He was from a well-educated, probably a priestly family, and his language is the most beautiful, polished Hebrew in the whole of Hebrew scriptures. He saw the unfaithfulness. Kings were still sacrificing their children to pagan gods. This happened with the grandfather of Josiah, Manasseh. It happened with Ahaz, one of the kings to whom he speaks. So Isaiah groaned over over Judah's unfaithfulness to God and its corruption. He praised God's glory and majesty, and he prophesied the Messiah, the Emmanuel, God with us is the meaning of the name, of the house of David and born of a virgin. So this is the prophecy in chapter 7, verses 10 through 14. Again the Lord spoke to Ahaz, "Ask for a sign from the Lord your God. Let it be as deep as Sheol or as high as the sky." But Ahaz answered, "I will not ask. I will not tempt the Lord." Well, Isaiah is not impressed by Ahaz's supposed humility. He has just sacrificed his own son to a pagan god. So Isaiah continues, "Listen, house of David. Is it not enough that you weary human beings? Must you also weary my God? Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The young woman, pregnant and about to bear a son, shall name him Emmanuel." Now this last verse is very important because the actual word in Hebrew is Alma. It can mean young woman, meaning a wife of the king, who gives birth to the next king. In this case, Hezekiah, one of the 8 good kings. We're going to see his faults later on, but he really does try to make a difference, and he does believe in God and tries to lead his people in a worthy manner. But beyond Hezekiah and his strengths and weaknesses, there is one to come. And we believe that this is a messianic prophecy of Jesus Christ. Micah is another prophet at the same time, also speaking to the people in Jerusalem in particular, but he is from a different background. He is poor, he's from a poor rural background, possibly a farm worker. He enters Jerusalem time and again and probably comes there from the rural area where he and other people of very humble means are suffering. He warns the leaders and people of Judah the southern kingdom, that they will be judged by God for their injustice to the poor. So I have a judge's mallet over here. He speaks of universal peace and justice, so he really expands our understanding of God, that God is not only the God of the chosen people of Israel and Judah, God is the God of the universe and the creator and of all people in his image and likeness, and that God's love and God's redemption are for all people. So Micah foretells a Messiah to be born in Bethlehem. Bethlehem is a small town. David came from a humble background. He began life working as a shepherd for his family. He was the least and the youngest of the sons. So this is the prophecy from Micah. But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, least among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose origin is from of old, from ancient times. Therefore the Lord will give them up until the time when she who is to give birth has born. Then the rest of his kindred shall return to the children of Israel. He shall take his place as shepherd by the strength of the Lord, by the majestic name of the Lord his God. And they shall dwell securely, for now his greatness shall reach to the ends of the earth. He shall be peace. And here we see the Christ child with Mary and Joseph and the shepherds. The humblest ones are shepherds, and they are faithful to their flock and faithful to God. And so they are given the blessing of being the first to witness the Messiah, even before the Magi.